What's up, y'all? Deeksview here, back with another video. In this one, I'm going to be talking about what the Bears can learn from the Eagles in this year's NFL playoffs in general. Let's not waste any time, and let's jump right in. 4 things the Bears can learn from the playoffs. Number 4, Fields needs a true threat at wide receiver. Not only the Eagles, but nearly every playoff team had a true star at wide receiver, along with a few more very talented weapons. Eagles have A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith with Dallas Goedert. 49ers have Deebo Samuels, Brandon Ayuk, and George Kittle. Bengals have Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Tyler Boyd. Bills have Stephon Diggs and Devin Knox. Chiefs have Travis Kelce and a collection of speedy wide receivers. CeeDee Lamb in Dallas, Justin Jefferson in Minnesota, Hale and Waddle in Miami. Bottom line is, if the Bears want to compete for a championship anytime soon, they have to get someone who can put true fear in defense's heart. Listen, I love Darnell Mooney. I think he is not respected enough among the masses, but the role he would thrive in the best is as a wide receiver too. Chase Claypool didn't really get worked in the offense this year. Hopefully he has a much bigger role next season, but the bottom line is the Bears need to find their superstar weapon on offense. That being said, I'm not opposed to the idea of having Claypool have a big year to open up Mooney, maybe even Velus Jones taking a huge leap forward next season. That star wide receiver could already be on the roster, just may need some patience and development. So, however it happens, the Bears need their guy. The number 3 thing the Bears can learn from the Eagles: trenches, trenches, trenches. The Eagles have the best offensive line in the NFL and arguably the best D-line in the NFL to match it. In a game where Jalen Hurts struggled passing the ball, the O-line and D-line absolutely dominated both sides of the ball, and the Eagles' run game destroyed San Fran. Am I saying that the Bears need to find a Hall of Fame center like Kelce and have the number 1 line next year? No, not at all. But Ryan Poles must make it a key focal point this offseason to strengthen the offensive and defensive lines as much as humanly possible. You need to give Fields time to throw the ball no matter who the wide receivers are. You need to be able to have explosive run plays where running backs can go 10 plus yards untouched, and you need a dominant pass rush to pressure the opposing quarterback all game long. Look at how the Chiefs D-line dominated the Bengals last Sunday. You win in the trenches, you win games, and you compete for Super Bowls. It's that basic of a concept. Fix the trenches. The number 2 thing the Bears can learn is the draft matters. Of all the star wide receiver names I listed earlier in the video, and all the star O-line and D-linemen in the playoffs, a good 75% of them were drafted by their current team. Yes, you can get a stud in free agency like Hassan Reddick of the Eagles. You can get a game-changing player like Christian McCaffrey via trade. But for the Fletcher Coxes, the Deebo Samuels, the Travis Kelces, and so on in the league, you need to be able to draft and develop star players. Free agency and trades can be the final touches to a great roster, but the core of your talent should be from the draft. Yes, the Rams sacrificed countless draft picks to assemble one of the most loaded teams ever with star players and big names, but their best player who they built around, Aaron Donald, they drafted him. And even so, all the trades that got them to the Super Bowl, that was a one-off thing, and they had the biggest fall-off by a defending champion team in NFL history. Bears should want to be contenders for decades, not just one season every now and then. Luckily, this is already Ryan Poles' philosophy. As he said in his introductory press conference last year, he intends on building through the draft anyways. But if we needed more proof that draft and develop is the way to go, these playoffs have been it. And the number 1 thing the Bears can learn from the Eagles in the rest of the playoffs: patience. I won't sit here and compare every quarterback to Justin Fields as a player, but what I am going to do is point out a few quarterbacks' career arcs. Jalen Hurts and Josh Allen are 2 big names to start with. Jalen Hurts is a guy who was drafted to be a backup and ultimately thrown into the fire as a rookie. Plenty of people wrote him off and said he isn't the long-term answer at quarterback. Josh Allen had a kind of ugly rookie year, and like Jalen, plenty of people were wondering if he was going to be a long-term starter. Some people even called him a bust. But here's what both quarterbacks did. They showed flashes and they got better each year. Their team stayed patient and slowly built around them, and both of them took their teams to the playoffs once they got much needed help around them. So once again, I'm not comparing Jalen Hurts or Josh Allen as individuals to Justin Fields. What I am saying is the Bears need to follow the blueprint of being patient and building around Fields. He has shown plenty of flashes of his talent this season, so you know he is capable of being a great NFL quarterback one day. Now it's time to put the pieces around him. Even so, We may not be contenders next year, but I can almost guarantee you we will improve a lot. If it takes till 2024 to be a contending team, then so be it. But take the necessary steps to improve every year as much as possible until we bring the Lombardi Trophy back to Chicago. Focus on building the trenches first and foremost. Either develop or acquire a true number one wide receiver, draft and develop your own homegrown talent, and be patient. Those are the 4 things the Bears could learn from the Eagles and the rest of the playoffs. Next up, go ahead and click this video where I talk about why the Kevin Warren CEO hire is so important for the Bears' future. See you there.